Hello everyone, how are things going? Happy April Fools, if we can even say it like that. So, new month is finally upon us, and as usual, let's go through the Roundup news and set up our little calendars. First in line, it's going to be Granblue Fantasy with the Koregra, but I think we know most of what's going on already. We have the rucksack battle going on until the 6th. This one is pretty damn fun. I'm going to try and enjoy it as much as I possibly can. Again, hopefully they're not going to leave this as an exclusive April Fool's event. The 3 skins, and on the 7th, the new Unite and Fight. Enemies are going to be dark, even though Hot Mermaid looks a bit more like a water boss, but who are we to complain? Like announced in the livestream, we are also going to get a new skin. Just like last time, they're not saying how many honor points we're going to need. Hopefully it won't be that bad. The other ones, even at 1 billion, was fairly easy. The new changes for A tier from 8,000 to 9,000 crews. New medals, they're going to increase the top 90k rankings to top 100k, and they're going to give some extra rewards for the top ranks. All the ring rewards are getting a 1 tier upgrade, and they added another sand to the medal exchanges. Sands are kind of farmable, not sure how good of an idea this is, especially if you're not done with all your blue paper yet, but we'll see. New reprint Unbound Asterism from the 14th, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to lead into a new monthly event about the Accordants. I still believe that the anniversary related to the Accordants is going to be the 13th year, but let's see, they've got a couple of years to set this thing up properly. Marionette stars to the side stories, again on the 17th. Yeah, they're going all in with the Accordants this month, that's nice. Rise of the Beast on the 21st, but again, we knew about this already, and they're finally releasing Huanglong. Honestly, kind of curious to see what they're going to do with this guy, because the entire Rise of the Beast has been moved towards a overly complex attempt. So for him to become playable, we should be saving his skin. Still, 21st. New weapon, new fate episode, the recruitment process is going to be the exact same thing as for all the others. Request version of Hexa on the 28th. This is going to be a single player battle. Should have the same mechanics, something adjusted for single play, mostly HP. But if you haven't played Hexa, this should be a nice training ground for you as well. 11th anniversary late night campaign from March 31st. It's the usual Magnafest, just without free draws. Drop up campaign, rotating raids, again the usual. New uncapped character will be added on Monday on the 14th. Look forward to who will see the final limit. It's the 14th. Unbound Asterism is going to have a rerun right there. Gee, I wonder who could it be? Let's just throw a small guess out there. I really wonder who could this be. Removal panel mission, remove the panel mission feature, change some of the rewards to earn gifts out of the tutorial. Panel missions. Oh, this must be the new account missions. I haven't seen these in years, but yeah, looks like they're getting rid of the early game tutorial, or at least the old early game tutorial, since the Zero Carte Academy is now a substitute for it. We plan to add a feature from the list to artifacts that can equip with artifacts on character with matching equipment conditions. Be able to see which character is currently equipping which artifact, so please wait for the addition. You have to go on your character. You have to go here in order to equip anything. I guess this is something that they're going to do the opposite of. From your artifact inventory, you can click on something. Maybe there's going to be an equip button somewhere, and then you can choose which character to slot them on. Not that bad of an idea, even though I would really prefer more filters for these. Moving on, again, Galleon for Versus, and then we have merch. Oh no! They have the Grimnir Soypog! No! The moment we can get this in HD, this is going to turn into another huge meme. But in the meantime, we can go back to our game for the usual shop stuff. Pendants, rings and moons as always. Armilla, yeah, this reset, it's only 3 per month. And I'm going to need a couple of these because I've gotten some decent artifacts, but they have one skill that I need to replace on them. when it comes to gold moons, I was able to get my rounding during the roulette, and this is something I absolutely had to do. I knew that if I had 150 gold moons and I did not spend them immediately on a rounding, I would have spent them on a zero ticks for something else. Right after the roulette, we're already back to 22 gold moons, and for these, I honestly don't know. There aren't that many other weapons that I'm that interested into, and the next weapon I will likely only be able to buy next year, either in January or during the next anniversary. Currently debating between Futsu or Zoimos. Either this, or I'm likely going to have to buy a damn zero ticks, because another year without Yatima, that's going to be suffering enough. Doja, I don't know, they change your first skill into something cool, that's a pretty decent summon, but I still think Yatima is the next must-have. I'm somehow getting to the point of having 3 copies for each Providence summon, and still 0 Yatimas. I'm losing my mind here. Okay, first half elixirs. For the Guild War, gotta buy as many of these as we possibly can. The last light Guild War was honestly not that bad. I am not expecting this one to be that horrible either, especially since I managed to get some of the really good toys for light. I am planning to farm some weapons, some Nightmare 90s on day 1, because I want to finish the collection at this point. Okay, there's our flood. I'm a creep. I didn't know I could trade this many. Daily points, they came out with some skins that I also forgot to buy. Friend points, we have the Sunlight Shard, finally. And more artifact reroll items. SAR SSR tickets, and some more rings and moons. With this, we are mostly done with Granblue Fantasy. Plan for the Guild War is to just get a couple of tier 5 class champion weapons. I think I might want to bring this katana here to MK2. If anything, for the little boost it gives. But for everything else, outside of the draconic weapon, light should be nice and set for the Guild War. Just need to check on the characters, check on their equipment, and put together a couple of teams. And with this, we move on to Genshin. First thing first, heading off to the shop for the reset. Stardust exchange, 5 and 5. 380 pulls total, but I haven't rolled for Varesa just yet. I was waiting to stream this. My sleeping schedule is kind of messed up, so this might have to wait a little bit. In the meantime, I think the lack of a battle pass might have influenced how few these are. But let's see. I also wanted to wait for Mitsuki to go into the standard banner, just in case. Not really expecting anything crazy to happen, but you know. If it happens, it happens. And that is still a pretty cute Anemo DPS. Another Rust. Now we had to get at least one. But if I remember correctly, we haven't gotten a 5-star in here in a fairly long time. So it's either going to be this month or the next. It's likely going to be the next. Tournament in Bloom lasts for another 12 days. April 7, Fighting Championship until the 21st. And from the 22nd, UQ Arena until May 2nd. May 7th should also be when the new version comes out, and they revealed the new characters already. First one being Escoiffeur, Cryo sort of buffer. If they're trying to revive Cryo with this character, they're going to have to try and do a really great job at it, especially considering Cryo reactions don't really do much nowadays. And the second one is going to be Ife. I'm a bit worried that they're going to start doing double 5-star releases in Genshin as well. This is something that's kind of hard to keep up with for Star Rail already, and I really hope this is just going to be a one-off. Now, they've been doing a fantastic thing letting us pre-farm for some of the upcoming characters, and I guess you could say Castoris is going to be my next target. Here in the Embers, we've got 5 and 5 to buy, as usual. But when it comes to spending them, 100 premium, which again going to Castoris, and 13 standard, which I really don't want to touch right now. come next patch, on top of the free C1 run May, they are also going to add some of the older characters to the standard banner. Can't seem to be able to find the announcement, but we should be able to choose which character we want here in the pool. And they're going to add Sele, Blade and Fujuan. Wealth I still haven't gotten, and even though I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be building him, this is mostly just for collection. I think it's very likely that Bailu, Yanjing and Gepard are likely going to be replaced by Sele, Blade and Fujuan. And if that's the case, I do want to wait until the next patch before blowing any of these standard pools. Moving on, Zenless, which has had a knife in my side for a while and has just been constantly twisting it around. When it comes to Silverambi, that was yet another 50-50 loss, and I'm now in the situation where I could pick her up if I wanted to, and I have basically no time to do so. I'm not really planning to pick up Trigger, but we've got Vivian coming out soon-ish after. It's going to be another 3-4 weeks, and 3-4 weeks of saving with a guaranteed character and a very high chance to get her weapon honestly look like a bit of a better option, especially considering that despite my teams not being all that great, my either one is still lacking a DPS. Before that though, let's head on over to the store, get ourselves the tickets and blow the standard ones. This one, yeah, I've been saving so I can finally do a 10 part. But looks like it's just going to be in A rank. Oh, MB, that's alright. I'm still missing Pulchra's weapon, wouldn't mind to get Pulchra weapon here. Yep, just an MB dupe. It's gonna be a while, but we're waiting for next version. As for Arknights, oh, I guess this is the April Fool's event. Saintly Sage of Stonks, Tianshi of Dandies. It's Gamba. A walking pile of boulders moves slowly, not due to its innate speed, but because it's deep in thought. Other people were betting, everyone is betting on the casters. Okay, the April Fool thing too is kind of cute. When it comes to Arknights, we've got the Vector Breakthrough going on for another 6 days. But mostly what I'm waiting for here is the next big story event where they're going to release Siege Altar. I've got like 43,000 or random saved up plus 50 pools on top of it. So hopefully she should be coming home. On top of these, there's the shop reset, mostly the certificates one. But this is going to take a little bit until I fully empty the shop. Distinctions I've also kept on saving back up to 55, but this was 127 to empty everything, so I guess I'm going to wait even longer. There really aren't that many 6 stars I still want from here. Blinar I've already skipped, so it's all a matter of patience. And with this, we move on to Girls Frontline. Kukai I finally managed to finish building. Well, I say finish, but you know, not really. She's got her common key, +2 with crit rate, crit damage and attack boost, so is one of my better built units, if it wasn't just for one small detail. Everything in here has crit rate, crit damage, attack boost and a random stat. All these 3 need to be replaced with an attack, crit rate and attack boost, even though the base attack ends up being like half the value of an attack boost, it's still significant. But while farming for her, while farming for Mekti as well, I'm building Peritia, who is also going to require a few more of these damn cores, and this is all before Mekti comes out. Yeah, resources are kind of scarce, but at least my corrosion team is finally coming up. So, just like the rest of the Hoyoverse, there's been this bit of a meme of having new tickets in your store every single month. So we go with 5 and 5. On the Gacha side, it's 70 until the next guaranteed. She's still here for a little bit over a week before Mekti comes out. Fingers crossed I'm going to win that 50-50, bring the little Mekti back home. But when it comes to the standard banner, We should be more than able to get another SSR from here. I still have Cheonju as my pick, because I don't really want anything else. Pericia you can get for free, Toloro is already V2, the others don't really matter, Sabrina is farmable, and the same goes for the weapons. The only one I'm missing is the Mezzaluna, but I'm using the Battle Pass weapon on Sabrina, so I'm fairly happy with the way things are. One thing I really wish for them would be to add the character exclusive weapons, at least the SR ones, to the standard gacha. There's our SSR. Oh, and it's a Mosin. A bit unfortunate I don't really use this girl. Might as well, it's only 300 pieces. Oh! Okay, that's surprising. And yeah, this is the guaranteed Jeonju. Fan-freaking-tastic. And I'm never getting tired of this pool animation. It's so good. Very, very nice way to start April. So you go to V2. Guaranteed crit on Guide to Victory on everyone who's overburned. But V3 is what we really want here. And then Little Mosin. Honestly, don't know if she's ever going to become relevant, because she's a little bit hard to get energy on. And she basically deals damage only when the enemies are already stability broken. The Paralyze is great though, but we need to wait for more electric units to see if we can start maybe slotting her back in. One thing I've heard about a shop update is that this shop right here, Neural Integration, it's going to get some gacha tickets eventually. So if you already have at least one copy of all the relevant weapons, you can start saving and eventually turn these into gacha pools. So I'm going to do just that. Moving on, we've got Sword of Convallaria. Astral Forge actually refreshes every single month. These are the dedicated gear for Pamina, Layla, and Tristan. But we're going to have to wait for another event to give us this currency insignia. That's our nice monthly refresh. Honestly, I've gotten to the point where I'm getting most of the items I want already. There's very few accessories I still want. But it's always good to have dupes. Let's get all the high rarity stuff we can. And let's see, here we're basically waiting for tomorrow for the Crimson Memorabilia. It's also going to be the last event of the entire season, and it comes with another 10-part draw. Now, Kvare honestly looks like a really interesting unit. I do need another magic damage dealing unit. I've been living just with Barrel for so long. I went 30 deep for nothing, 70 until the next guaranteed, or 120 until the rate up guaranteed. So either I continue and try for Kvare to have a second destroyer I can use, or I'm going to have to continue waiting until Luvita comes out. She's a red unit, but she still deals magic damage, and she burns people. Let's see if we get lucky. We still have 1 to 2 banners to save up after Kvare goes away. That's 4. Just a rare. Yeah, we've got nothing here. I guess we are really skipping on Kvare and going all in on Luvita once she finally comes out. Until then though, as always, thanks a lot for watching, let me know how your progression's going, and see you guys around soon. Ciao!